Alright guys, so you are about to watch Miss Velvet talk about her community garden, but like with all these videos, I just kind of want to give you a surrounding area, what it looks like and what the community that we're in, just kind of show you around. And so this is the street that this community is on. And if I were to keep going and just walk down and walk through the blocks, you can see that there really is no grocery stores down here. There's no fresh produce anywhere. There's a couple convenience stores in the area that you can get processed food and chips and soda. And then there's a couple liquor stores, but there is not too much fresh produce, and that is what Miss Velvet and her wonderful team is trying to accomplish with this garden in this area that is a food desert, that does have a lot of violence in it. And her belief of if we can connect these kids to nature, that we can really just help with the violence. We can give them access to fresh food, and that we can teach them that obviously violence is not the answer, and that there is another outlet, right? Not just preach that violence isn't the answer, or violence isn't the answer, but to actually give them something else to do, and to do with their hands and to work in the garden. It's a beautiful, beautiful story, and you are about to hear about it. What's up guys? So I am at Sacred Earth Community Garden, and we are with the founder of this garden, Velvet, and she's gonna tell you about the mission, about this wonderful, wonderful garden. So yeah.
Hey, welcome to Sacred Earth Community Garden, Noah, one of my favorite entrepreneurs that want to help and see everything that's dealing with fruits and vegetables and gardens to happen. So thank you so much, Noah, for this opportunity
For
to
sure.
share Sacred Earth Community Garden with the community. Out here, I guess we can start out here with my Pioneer Station for one.
Obviously they have a Pioneer trade station.
Yeah, so this is we're going into our second year of it, and it is where the kids can come out, or the community can come out and get the food that we put out here. And so I'm excited about it this year, that we're gonna have it just abundantly rolling over with food. So
It's gonna look
that
good.
people be able to understand what's happening out here. And these are grow boxes that I am putting food for the community to, and if they can't get into the garden, then I will probably have tomatoes or whatever growing outside so they can just come and take it.
Awesome.
Because this is a community garden that's a fair share. I want people to come in, take their fair share, and leave some for the neighbor.
Right.
Because we are in a food desert, and so that's the thing that I want to do. These were donated to me by Food Literacy Project, and I'm grateful for them.
Wow.
And I have 4 of them along the garden. And so I want to take and show people the garden is 4,000 square feet. And so it was a blighted property that we tore down so that we could take and grow food here. And so I have a menorah on this end of the garden that is for the people to be able to see that this is the light. This is the light set up high on the hill.
I love it.
As long as this garden is here, then there will never take and be any lack. And so God has been so good to allow us to be able to grow here. So let's go in here.
I didn't even know this was a door right here, to be honest.
I hardly ever open it. I don't need us going back over there. So I hire youth between the ages of 6 and 24 to be able to come and learn the symbiotic relationship with nature. And so that's one of my things, is to help the kids to understand how to become one with nature. Because if we do not get back to the nature, then we're going to be lost.
I love it.
That's
right. I agree.
Yeah.
We got to get back to nature. It's so powerful. There's so many healing properties. It's just, we got to get to it.
Yeah.
We're human. We're supposed to be in nature.
Yeah. And so we have 20 raised beds here. In 2022, we started this garden. The kids, it was just a house that was torn down, and the kids came in, they built up everything. Thanks to the Habitat for Humanity and the Students of Liberty, they put this fence up, and it's not to keep people out, but to stop the misuse from dogs and stuff like that from coming in. And,
makes sense.
Yeah. So, but the garden is open for people to come in and take and learn how to take and grow food. And so, like I said, the kids built up the raised beds and everything. We're going into our first year of having this high tunnel. The high tunnel was
Amazing high tunnel.
built up by Grow Appalachia. They came and helped my students to learn how to erect this, and so we erected that last year. So if you know anything about growing in a high tunnel, come on, help your girl out with it. It's my first year growing in a high tunnel, but that will extend this growing season to where we're able to have food year round now. You know, so be careful what you ask for, because you're gonna work all the time now.
Right.
It's all good. So through NRCS and the soil conservation office, I put cover crop down. And
Okay,
so
awesome.
there's a program to where if you put cover crop down inside your farm, then they'll take and give you a stipend to continue to do this. And so it's just so many people that are behind it. I do have my farm number, and so if you're serious about helping the community and helping to bring food justice to the community, then there's so many people that are there, you know,
This
for you.
a lot.
Yeah, and so those are things that people don't know about, that there's money out here to help you take it sustained. So yeah, what we'll do with this cover crop on here is I will take and cut it down, but it'll grow up through the summer to probably about 2 feet.
Oh, wow.
And I'll cut it all the way down, chop and drop, and I'll put some compost on top of it and grow straight into it. So what that is doing is preserving the soil to where you don't have to have soil runoff.
Right.
And so in the nourishment, I will not have to put any pesticides or anything into my garden, because all of this is food. It's clover, peas, rye. So all this will be cut, put back into it. So you're nourishing the soil. And so that's what a lot of people fail to realize, is that when they buy stuff at the store, that it could be just a vegetable, but it don't have no nutrients in it.
None.
Because it has not been given that from birth.
Right.
So that's what
Spray
we're
with
getting it from.
glyphosate, just tons of pesticides on it. It's not the same thing. It can look like the same thing.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean the nutritional values.
Things are not
Yeah.
created equal. That's
Right.
Yeah. And so here I have a persimmon tree. This is its second year, the persimmon tree. So we are waiting to see what's going on with that. I just finished a pruning class with Trees Louisville, and learning everything I can about how to properly take and be the master gardener that I am. And so this is an Asian pear tree.
Oh, nice.
Last year it did give fruit.
Did it?
Yeah. And so I'm excited. You see it has buds and stuff.
Yeah.
On it this year, so it's exciting to see. And this is another Asian pear tree. It gave fruit last year, and so I'm excited about being able to get fruits and vegetables. I even have grapes. This is a grapevine that I'm excited about. That's going to be coming back.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So I have grapes going across this whole thing, and it just be awesome.
That is gonna be awesome.
Yeah, so this is the bed I normally grow corn in, do my Three Sisters garden. And so like I said, we have 20 beds here.
20
and
beds.
All my youth did everything.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. Just for people that don't watching this and they don't know who you are, what this is doing. Like, who are the youth? And if you want to talk about that a little bit.
Okay. So I call my young urban gardeners YUGs, and that's the first letter of Young Urban Gardeners. And the youth from the ages of 16 to 24, that's who I hire to come in and learn how to take and grow food and socialize and be able to come to a point to where they can go out and help people to be able to grow food. And so we are here in an after school program from 5 to 8:30 ish, just depending on the time of the year, for the after school year. So we normally do a 6 to 10 week program to where the kids are paid $15 an hour to come down and grow food. So I'm just now getting ready to do a job fair. So if you know any kids that are looking for a job and a safe place to hang out and learn the therapeutic relationship with food, send them down to 136 Tait Pl.
Awesome.
Off of 41st and Market, so they can take and hang out. This is my life mission to the kids now.
Yeah, and this is in Louisville, Kentucky, and this is in the
Yeah.
west end of Louisville, Kentucky, which is a food desert. And she's just trying to get kids, no violence, just trying to stop the violence that's down here and get them to grow food, which I think is amazing.
And I'm grateful because with the statistics of me being part of the Office of Safe and Healthy Neighborhoods, the death and violence has gone down.
Nice.
And so this month is normally the year that I'm at the time that mayhem kicks back up, because the spring, sun's coming out, and so kids get out. So that's why I'm trying to start the program up in March, so that my kids will not take and go out into the streets.
Got to stop the violence.
Exactly.
We got to stop it. Yeah.
Hi, how you doing, ma'am? Good, how are you? I'm doing well, thank you. You live in the community?
Yeah, I live right around here.
I want you to come and be part of my community garden.
Okay, what do you need to do to sign up or whatever?
I'm Velvet.
I'm Tiffany.
Tiffany, you just come and be part of it.
Okay, what days are you open? Every
So
day?
we're going to be here Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 5 to 8:30, and it's a youth garden. And so, do you have children?
Yes, I do. I
Have
have
a
two.
teenager?
Yes.
16 to
I heard what you were saying.
Yeah.
I have a 12-year-old and a 15-year-old.
Your 15-year-old, he'll be able to come. Both of them will be able to come down because I have something that's called the Sprout program, which is the Earth Planet Savers, and so I just teach them to gear them up to be able to come into the garden and just hang out. And so my older kids will mentor them and teach them how to take in, socialize, and be part of a community. But I would love for you to come down, put your hands to the soil, and take away food. Let's eat.
Okay, and what's your name again?
Velvet.
Velvet.
I'm
Okay, thank you, Miss Velvet.
I'm the executive director of. You can look at Sacred Earth Community Garden webpage and get the information. I normally have business cards, but I don't have any.
Okay.
But my telephone number, if you want to take it down, and you can call me. I would love to talk with you. So this is one of the things that we're doing is just trying to get the community to come out and just be part of it. 502-558-4698.
Just genuine connections.
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Velvet.
Yes, Miss
Okay.
Tiffany.
Thank you.
You're welcome to the neighborhood.
Have a good one.
God bless.
Likewise.
Thank you. So,
Genuine connection right there. Unscripted, and I love it.
I love, talking to the community because so many people that walk past and they keep their head down. I'd be like, hey.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what is wrong with her?
It gets people involved.
I'm
and
like, man, yeah,
that's how you build the strong communities.
This is the garden that God built, so I want everybody to come and be part of it. This
I
is
love
not
it.
mine. This is for them. So long after I'm gone, them pear trees and the food that's here will be going on.
I love it.
So this here was a bed that in 23 that I went around the city and picked up the soil so that there was, I think, like 136 murders during that year. So I went around the spaces where I knew that the slain had been laid and picked up some of that blood soil, and I bought it back and put it here. So in here we'll be growing chamomile and hyssop, and this is my bed right here to take and nurture so that I can make sure that this soil is taken care of and that the spirits are able to take and be freely. Nothing was growing in it last year, and I had prayed and asked God, what's wrong? Is the soil angry? Should I not put that blood soil in there? And believe it or not, the next week that I came, there was a big old sunflower.
Amazing.
It was the biggest sunflower.
Amazing.
It was amazing. So God was like, no, this soil is happy and the spirits are at rest. So I'm grateful. So this is the ritual bed right here.
And this is shaped in a heart for that reason. Just stopping the violence, build communities. We gotta stop. We gotta stop it. We gotta stop the violence. We gotta get back to nature. We gotta feed our communities and make it happen. And you're making it happen. So I love it.
Yeah, this is the garden that Love built. The kids put this whole shed together and everything. Last year we put together this compost bin. So that's the thing that we're gonna be doing this year. So what's in here now is the debris when we cut down the stuff that had died over the winter, and so we'll begin to come in here and start turning this over. So that's the most important thing, is your own homemade compost that you put onto the garden, so that you'll know, because you can buy compost that could have all type of chemicals and stuff in it that does not make the plant safe. And so we have a rain catchment system around the corner that's like 275 gallons, and I have two rain catchment systems here. That's the best that you can put on your plants is rainwater.
It is. Because
there's no city fluoride or nothing in it. So this is not an organic certified garden, but it is organic because we do not use
it's as organic as it can get.
As you can get, yeah. And so here I have two apple trees. I have a gala apple tree and a pink lady apple tree. And so I'm excited. It gave fruit last year as well.
Did it really?
So, yeah. So God is happy with this garden. So I have a bird feeder there. So
awesome.
Just invite the natural life here. When I first came, there was not even a fly in this garden. I was like, what is wrong? There's not even flies around. And now there are birds and there's worms. And so the earth is really happy. And so I'm excited about growing in here. And then this bed here is an asparagus bed. Asparagus, you can plant it one time, and for 25 years, to the rest of my life, the kids will be able to come back. So it's the very first thing that comes up in the spring is asparagus. That's how you know that it's truly spring, when you see your asparagus and your daffodils beginning to bloom. So I would love to take you on the inside.
Yeah.
We can talk a little bit about the high tunnel. So here I have two figs. Trees.
Figs are so good.
I know, and it even tried to blossom
Fresh
this year. Hopefully
figs.
it wasn't too hot in here. and I need to water it. And I have 2 olive trees.
That's awesome.
And so Pioneer also built this beautiful grow station back here for me that I will be coming in, teaching kids how to do seedlings.
Awesome, like a seed starting section.
Seed starting. So it's just, I'm excited. It's that time. Spring
It's
is
that
in the
time.
air. It is.
It's that time.
And so these plants right here were some pepper plants that I took out of the ground, and we'll put those back in so they already have a start on it. And we have cover crop inside here as well. So let's go inside and see what's happening on the inside.
And this is what I think makes your community garden so much different. I love all the community gardens that I've seen, but this makes it different because you have an inside.
Yeah.
And that inside, you can teach these kids how to grow. You can teach them about meditation. Aren't you teaching like Tai Chi? Teaching everything just to get these kids back to nature in this more urban city kind of environment that they might not get the chance to otherwise. So this inside it's a game changer.
Yeah, and this is a strawberry bed, so the strawberries will take over this whole space here.
Oh, nice.
So I'm excited about it too. So the other thing about having this inside, you know what we did?
Oh, we locked ourselves out.
Yeah, we came in the wrong door.
We thought we were smooth, but
so we got to go back. The other thing about having the inside is that in 22 we were out here crying. You see, there's no trees, and so the kids was out here just baking in the sun, you know. And now they can go into the building, use the restrooms, have time, a space away to have lunch outside of the heat, and be able to appreciate the space. So it is truly a game changer. And I'm grateful to my brother, Dante Rogers, who is the owner of the building, who just selflessly allow us to take and come in and use the building.
And that's amazing too.
Yeah, so he's a community.
Just a community member doing an amazing thing. And I also want to point out that you're from this community, but you moved away, and the fact that you still come back is something that just we need community members to do.
Yeah, 50 meters from here is where I grew up, and my alma mater is Shawnee. I graduated from Shawnee High School. And so I'm getting ready to work with Shawnee High School to bring a garden plant to Shawnee, because they don't have a 4-H club or nothing.
Really?
Yeah, they don't have anything. So welcome to our classroom. The kids actually, this was a shed. This was basically a shed. And so the kids came in.
Oh, this is looking nice. I haven't been here for a while. I haven't seen it since it's been...
Nice.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so the kids painted the room. I had a person come in and do the floors for me, but everything that's in here, the kids actually did for it.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so we have a TV here that we can take and actually do YouTube classes, and this is the area where they do their breaks.
How cool.
Have an eating space here to where they can actually have their lunch. And then here this year, we're going to be doing a hydroponic.
Oh, the hydroponics.
I have 3 hydroponics that I'm going to be putting up this year. And so what will happen with that is when the kale and stuff is getting eaten by the bugs, inside here we can still have food growing.
Right.
So of course some people talk about the fact that the government might start spraying your stuff, you know. Oh, so you got to have another outlet.
Right.
Yeah. And so here is my podcast room.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So this is where my interviews will be going on, and so I have all my computers and everything to set up in here, and we're getting ready to just decorate it a little bit. But first year of podcasting.
That's gonna be awesome.
So the program is called Yug Talk.
I like it.
Yeah, Yug's Talking. So they're very interested in talking about what's going on in this community. The gun violence, drugs, the redlining, the food apartheid. So they're ready to talk about all of that. So
right, because there's nothing, and I'll show you guys, because I'm gonna take a quick little video after this video to cut into this video, so you've probably already seen it by the time you're listening to me. But there's no stores down here. No. Not really. There's some liquor stores, there's some
There's two
gas
two
stations,
grocery
maybe.
stores. One, and they have to go more than a mile either way to take and get to the grocery stores, and so that is feeding over 50, 60,000 people.
Yeah.
Two grocery stores.
Yeah.
Just think about where you live at. There's Myers, Aldi's,
Kroger.
everything. Walmart's. Not here. Not here. None of
Yeah,
that's
there's some
here.
like convenience stores that have chips and
Yeah.
chips. I mean, that's really what they have, chips and soda pop,
Yeah,
which is
watch
not gonna make your brain super happy.
Yeah. And so here, the kids are able to come and work out. They hold
Oh.
me to this.
That's awesome.
After we finish doing our garden work, an hour after we finish, the kids are able to come in and they're getting their physical body together.
It all connects.
Yeah. And so this used to be a barber shop. So what we're doing, where each one of these barber stations are, we're going to be putting portable stoves. And so it will be cooking stations. So last year, UK came down and had a class for us to be able to teach and learn about the food that they grow. And so it was just so awesome. They learned how, and that's the other thing, we growing squash, zucchini, asparagus, but some of the people down in this community have not had any of that, you know. So she taught them how to take and do a stir fry with the squash and the zucchini, mushrooms, and threw a little shrimp in there. It was just so good, and they did it all with their own hands from the food that we grew.
It's amazing.
So that's the other thing. So this will be a cooking station for the kids to be able to learn how to eat what they cook.
Right, use what they grow.
That's right. And so it has 2 bathrooms, an office.
I have to show them this mural on the wall. We're in Louisville, so we gotta show the Muhammad Ali and all this other stuff.
And that's all the barbers. That's my brother and all his barbers that ran this facility. Dante and all his barbers. And so it used to be Crispy Crunchy Chicken. And when it closed down, he is now allowing us to be able to use it for whatever God is allowing it to be. So the kitchen is actually ready to take and be a full-time kitchen. And so we're going to talk about how we can take and cook food for the kids to be able to come and see. And so this is where I'm talking about having my smoothie bar.
Oh, that would be nice.
Want to be nice, yeah.
A smoothie boy, yeah.
Yeah. And so this is where it used to be Crispy Crunchy Chicken. And so we have here our bigger classes where we can stretch out and do yoga, Tai Chi, meditation classes. And so, yeah, this is the whole Sacred Earth Community Garden. So I'm excited.
I love it. I love it. Any last words that you want to say to your community, or and just if somebody else is trying to start something like this, just how would they do it?
I would say that, you have to, don't start big. This has grown over 3 years to this side. You can start out with just a pot, a little, and then get to a gallon, and then get to you a little square space, and just do it, because if you do not put a seed into the ground, then you won't be able to take and grow and won't be able to eat. A lot of times people take and say, oh, but I got brown thumbs. I tell them we're black, we do have brown thumbs. I said, but you know what? The seed is green. You put that seed in the ground, and God's going to take and do the rest with the water and the sun. That's all you got to do. So take and put your hand forward to taking growing and coming back to nature, because we are nature. So,
I love it. I love it.
Part of Sacred Earth. Call me, like I said, 502-558-4698. I'm Velvet Welch, and I'm down here in the Shawnee community, and I'm looking forward to partnering with you in helping our kids to take and have food justice.
Let's do it. Thank you.
Thanks, Noah.